This is not good.
I knew that was gonna go wrong. Okay, I'm just putting this out there. This is the week that we finish our bedroom.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We bought this 1980s house with everything included, and we're now attempting to turn it into our dream home. But a few months ago, we got the worst news we've had since buying this house. The roof wasn't installed correctly. That meant tearing down every cedar ceiling upstairs, ripping out the insulation, moving walls, spray foaming, and basically starting over. After months of work, we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Today, we're hoping to finish our bedroom, installing the carpet and trim, painting everything, and finally moving furniture in for the first time. But just when it feels like we're turning a corner, we got more bad news. And this one might be even worse than the ceiling disaster.
I've got a feeling that's really bad. Like really bad.
So here's where we're at. We've gotten most of the window trim done. We've primed everything. And we just got word that our carpet installer is available on Monday, which we weren't really expecting to have to pull everything off so quickly. It seems to be a theme lately. It was either Monday or he's available in 3 weeks. So we're gonna do a big push over the next 2 days. Worst case scenario, we'll end up having to tape off the carpet, which really is not that big of a deal, but we'll see how much we can get done before he shows up. This is such a huge day. I feel like Andy and I have been kind of waiting for this day since we first got the house. But the stairs are getting carpeted today and the upstairs, so the bedroom that we're gonna end up moving into, and the hallway, and our closet. Ended up taking yesterday off. The original plan was to paint, but the more I started to think about it, because I was really leaning towards the dark paint originally, and now I'm thinking about going lighter. However, the carpet that we got is also really light. So I know it's a little bit backwards, but we've decided to go ahead and install the carpet first, see how it looks, and then I'll do my paint samples on the walls with the carpet installed so we can get a better feel before we commit to something. Just 'cause I don't want to have to repaint, ideally. The team is finishing up carpeting this morning, and Andy and I are headed to Sherwin-Williams to go and pick out paint samples so I can get those on the walls later today and hopefully make a decision. And I really do need to make a decision today because I'm flying down to Texas tomorrow and gonna be out of town, and Andy's planning on continuing to crank away on our bedroom upstairs. So yeah, not much time. Okay, these are the two light options I'm gonna get. It's accessible beige and then perfect khaki. I know everyone has said that we should go light, but I'm actually debating between these two colors as my dark options, which are really, really dark.
Okay, we've just got back to the house and the carpet fitters have finished. So we're going to check out this carpet for the first time.
Oh my goodness, the stairs look so good.
That is so much better.
After having plywood for ages, this is insane. It's so cozy. Oh wow, it looks so good. Wow, you can't even see the seam.
Wow, it feels nice on your feet.
Holy moly, we need a vacuum. And it's got all the little pieces still, but this looks amazing. Andy, our house feels so much bigger now.
Did Benji end up getting a room?
And they even did Benji Boy's bedroom. Oh my goodness.
We've almost got an upstairs.
Nearly. Someone liking the carpet. Yeah. I'm glad I waited to see the carpet down though. Carpet is so bright, and then the bed that I got is actually a really light linen, similar to the carpet. So I feel like if I do linen headboard, really light carpet, and then really light walls, it's just gonna feel flat. I will say though, we've had quite a few people comment that painting it dark will make it feel sad. And I kind of love the dark, moody feel up here. I feel like I'm in a hotel or resort or something. So I'm kind of in this like dark and moody era, I feel like right now. And yes, there's still some random people in our frames in here. I will get around to changing them into Scotland inspired photos at some point. All right, here goes nothing. It's actually pretty nice. It's actually a really dreary, rainy day outside, and so we're not gonna get the best light in here, but this is also a good example of what it would probably look like on a winter day. My brain tells me I should go really light and do accessible beige, but my heart is telling me I should go really dark because why not? And I feel like this saying in my head all day has just been, life's too short to not go bold. The curtains that I'm thinking, which is this plaid green color, kind of pulling the color from over there in the other room. And then I always like linen, white linen. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like, dang it. I just got dark paint on my white linen. I knew that was gonna go wrong. I think it's gonna be this color. I think I'm just gonna go for it and go for a really dark, moody, grand bedroom. And if we absolutely hate it, it's only paint at the end of the day. We can always paint it in 6 months if we so desire. Okay, we've picked paint colors, and now there's one more thing I wanna do today and pull our mattress up here. We got a Helix mattress 2 months ago, and it has been so incredible, but it's a king bed, and I'm a little nervous that it's not gonna fit up here because obviously the wider the bed, the further it's gonna push me over here into this awkward little corner. And so I just wanna move it up here, see if it's gonna fit, and then I can figure out too what kind of nightstands we're gonna have and if we want a bench or any other furniture we might need.
And if the mattress doesn't fit, we're gonna have to take this roof higher because there's no way that I'm letting a guest have a better night's sleep than me. These projects have been pretty full on, and I've been getting to the end of the day and I'm absolutely smoked. So having a good night's sleep is more important than it ever has been. I'd probably say one of the biggest differences between the Helix and our old mattress is me and Mary Hannah are pretty hot sleepers, and the Helix mattress seems to regulate your body temperature a lot better, so we're waking up way more refreshed.
Which is why we are so excited to be partnering with Helix on our renovation. Okay, moment of truth. Is it gonna fit?
About there.
I think it's gonna work. Can we go that way a little bit?
Come to me a little. I mean, I don't even need a nightstand if it means we get to keep a good mattress.
It can be really intimidating to try and shop for a mattress, but Helix does 2 things that's pretty cool. One, they have a Helix sleep quiz. In the quiz, they ask you simple questions: back sleeper, stomach sleeper, side sleeper. I'm a side sleeper and Andy sleeps on his back. And then also the firmness that you like, if you run hot or cold, and it ends up matching you with your perfect mattress. Andy and I matched with the Helix Midnight Luxe mattress. That's been amazing. And then the second thing that they do that we really love is a 120 night sleep guarantee. So you can sleep on your mattress for 120 nights, and if you don't absolutely love it, you can return it, no questions asked. But ours is not going anywhere, I can guarantee you that. Thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring today's video. Visit helixsleep.com/expeditionrove to take advantage of their 4th of July sale and get 20% off their entire site. Plus, be on the lookout for additional sales on their Helix site. Maybe we should get one for our guest room.
I do love that I can see into the woods and stuff from here. It's a way better view.
I want to see. Feels like you're in a tree fort or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, now that the big dog's made all these big executive decisions, she's put a list together. I'm going to go pick up the paint and some other things that's on the list. You're going to order some bits and bobs now.
I need to get furniture ordered.
I don't know if the furniture will come in time, but we'll see how much I can get done while she's away.
I'm going to go pack. Okay, we are on the way to the airport, and I still have not decided on paint. Andy was going to go to Sherwin-Williams last night, and I was like, and now I've gone back to, okay, what if we just paint one wall? What if we just don't commit to the whole room being dark? And I know accent walls are going out of fashion, apparently, but also I feel like this would give me best of both worlds. So now I'm thinking, one dark, really dark wall, and then the rest of it super light, bright, airy. That's where I'm at right now. I think the engine's just gone.
I don't know what's happened, but someone just started rattling like crazy. And I just pulled off straight away.
This is not good.
I've got a feeling that's really bad. Like really bad.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, I don't understand what, just gone from perfect to, like now I'm scared to start it. Do you know, like last time when the engine just smashed a hole in the block? I might have to get you an Uber. Okay, I've called a tow truck. MH is having to get an Uber now, so she shouldn't be late. I really don't know what this is, but it sounds like really rattly. All I can think is maybe like best case scenario, an injector's not like sealed properly or something. I don't know, this is way above my pay grade, but it could be bad, it could be really bad, it sounds bad. Okay, well maybe this is the last time we buy a Land Rover, especially when we bought this one for our reliable long distance traveling vehicle.
Because this one had just gotten a brand new engine done. So if this ends up needing a new engine, then I'm writing Land Rover off for our daily drivers.
Okay, so Mary Hannah is still struggling to decide what colour to paint this room. She's trying to decide while she's away, looking at pictures and stuff, and I said, maybe it might be better just waiting until you get home and then just decide once you're here. But I also want to use this time wisely, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting the trim pieces on.
Y'all, my nightstands just made it in and I am so excited to put these together. I brought in the big guns. It's really heavy. Thank you. This is definitely the most furniture I've ever put together in my entire life. But because we live out where you don't really get a lot of furniture stores, I've been buying a lot more online than I normally would. And it just comes with the territory, I think. One down, one to go. It even has a little coffee shelf. Our name is Ron and Dawn Bridges. They got you hobnobs. Those are your favorite. Willies! Come here, Will! You got little tweets! Okay, y'all, after much debate and much deliberation, I have finally decided on a paint color. Andy and I went and got it yesterday, and today we're finally gonna paint. So this is the bed frame that I got. It's a linen, and as you can see, it's really, really light. And then with the carpet being really light, I've been all over the map between options, and I was really debating between super dark colors like these two or this lightest one. But after seeing the carpet and how light this is, that's too light. But I did like y'all's idea. So many people commented, keep it light, bright, and airy. And so rather than going to the darkest extreme over here, I'm gonna stay on this top line, but go to the darkest on this side. So I'm hoping there's enough contrast to make the bed and the carpet pop, but without making this room feel really dark and gloomy. And I won't lie, I'm still not 100% that I've made the right decision, but I feel like with any house renovation, you're never 1,000,000% on anything. I will say this was the hardest paint decision of the entire house so far. I don't know why I've just struggled with this room so much. I think it's because I was so dead set on doing that dark, moody super dark and moody style. But I think this one's gonna be pretty cool, and I'm excited to see it all come to life. So Andy got this sticky film that you can put on the carpet since we didn't end up painting before the carpet got installed. Looks like pretty good stuff.
Is this a two-man job?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, one down, about 27 to go. A lot of prep work, but I feel like that will make it so much easier to paint this room way quicker. So, well worth it. I'm gonna prime this and cover up all these paint splotches, and then we'll get to it. Goodbye, dark paint. Maybe one day, but today's not your day.
Probably next week.
Maybe.
Or even tomorrow, you never know you. It's not like we haven't done that before.
Very true.
Does feel like this room has been like a long time coming.
Yeah. I thought we were gonna be done with it like 2 months ago, to be honest. I think it'll be worth it though once we finally get it done. You know, we've got a huge closet up here, and
I just like the view.
yeah, the view is awesome.
So is this primer?
That
Or is
is,
this the final coat?
that's the paint. That's flat alabaster white that you're doing for the ceilings, and then I'm gonna do a high gloss in the same color for the trim.
Okay, so a few of you have suggested on a new roller that you should put tape on it and then pull it off, then we won't get all fluff on the ceiling.
It's a good idea.
Oh yeah, it does. It has pulled a few little fuzzes off.
I'm glad we're keeping the ceiling white. I love how light it feels in here.
You literally said about 4 minutes ago, maybe we should colour drench it.
Yeah, but right now I really like it.
Right, here we go. Oh, so this is like a bit creamier.
Yeah.
I think this is about the same colour that I want to find to paint Tango's wheels. To give him a refresh before all the shows and stuff this year.
If anyone is into overlanding and stuff like that, Andy and I are going to be at a couple of shows this year. We're going to be at The Big Thing, which is in a couple of weeks in Montana at the X Overland Ranch. Please, if you're going to go, let us know. And if you see us, come and say hello.
And we do have a discount code for a Montana show.
Good friends of ours own X Overland, who own the X Overland Ranch where The Big Thing is going to be, Clay and Rochelle Croft. And so they've given us a discount code to share with you guys. So we'll put that in the description. If anybody wants to come to that show, we would love to camp out, hang out, and see you guys there.
And it's not compulsory. You can still use the discount code and you don't have to come and say hello if you don't want.
Very true. You don't have to say hi, but more the merrier. No. Benji. No. Sweet boy, I know you want to come up here, don't you? But you can't because your paws are going to get paint on them. No. Sweet boy. I love you, bestie. I love you, bestie boy, don't I? You have to go downstairs though, don't you? Trim work is done, so Andy and I are opening this up. I think it's gonna look good.
Looks like chocolate mousse.
And first coat of paint is about to go on. We're hoping to get at least the first coat on tonight and then see how the trim looks in the morning and hopefully finish it off tomorrow. But it's been a pretty relaxing, easygoing day.
Just totally like in a world of our own. Just
We've been playing the game of like what ifs.
let most people have seen Mr. Beast, but we've never really we've heard of Mr. Beast, like the biggest YouTuber, but he plays these like games where people have to stay in buildings for as long as they can and they win loads of money. So we've just been painting along and just asking questions like, oh, would you do this for, and how many days do you think you'd stay for $10,000 a day or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just been a reoccurring thing we've been talking about all day long.
It's been fun.
Who knows, one day we might go on it.
That would be cool. Moment of truth. It actually looks lighter in here than I was expecting.
What's your first thoughts?
I think it's going to be a cool color. Do you like it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm glad that we haven't gone for the darker color. I think this is going to be nice. It's going to feel moody, but without feeling like a cave, maybe. I think this is going to be cool. Okay, so this may not be the light and bright that everyone was recommending, but it's definitely way lighter than what I was originally planning for in here. Okay, do you want to do this and I'll cut in?
Yeah, you're a bit more general than me. Tired now.
I'm so tired. Absolutely pooped right now. But we got one coat done. All the paint will be done tomorrow, which is cool.
Which is why this YouTube video is going to be late.
Yeah, but we'll get there. Little by little. I'm glad we had a little bit of a break too. Walls are done, ceiling's done. Time to take the plastic up on the floor, and then we get to start putting furniture in. I haven't gotten all of our furniture yet, but we have our bed, we have our bed frame, nightstands, and a dresser that I'm actually gonna steal from downstairs for now until I find the perfect one for up here. So enough to get the room put together, which is pretty cool. I really love the paint color that we've chosen. I do wonder in the long term if we're gonna end up painting the ceiling to match, so Andy's saying no, but I'm thinking maybe one day. Not today. Good news is I don't see any paint on here. Well, let's hope the trend continues. I'm so glad we taped this off.
Look at your face.
That's so satisfying. Time to put the bed together.
Is this going at the end?
Yeah. I like these in here. I think those look nice. Definitely need to get a box spring.
Well, at least we've got an idea.
Yeah.
Quite a nice size.
It's a nice size. I think it's quite
It's
cool.
bigger than you think, this room.
It's huge, isn't it?
instead of having this big doorway, we're gonna push it all the way to the left and just have a normal sized doorway. And then that means that the bed can come over and then we've got more usable space.
And I do have some fun plants for in here too. Someone's happy with his own little space, isn't he? Y'all, I am so happy with how this has turned out. Even got your room, huh? This is pretty close to final in here, but I do need to get curtains. I am planning to do a little sitting area over here, and then I need to just get a couple little knickknacks and stuff to finish everything off. But I'm so happy with how this has come together. I feel like we finally have a room that feels like our room.
And I wasn't 100% convinced when we first painted this wall that it was the right colour. But I just put my trust in MEH as I usually do, and now she's put all the little knickknacks together. I love this spot. But the best thing for me is hands down, the view is so nice. Like, I just keep looking out and there's all different animals outside, and there's just more to see on this side of the house. While it felt like we weren't making any progress, but upstairs is like 2/3 done now.
I'm so happy with how the upstairs is turning out. We now have the Scottish Highlands guest room done, and then in here done. We still have to do closets and the bathroom and stuff, but holy cow, for a while there we were kind of thinking, are we ever gonna make any progress upstairs? And it feels like we have finally reached the light at the end of the tunnel. Now that the paint's done and the room's starting to come together, I finally feel like I can start to choose the final touches, like curtains and the little knickknacks and stuff. So here's the couple of curtains that I'm deciding between, TBD on the direction I go, but this florally green one, or maybe plaid, and then curveball, maybe I go stripes. I'm really not sure. So I'm gonna sit with it for a couple of days, see how I feel about it, and I think in the next week or so, I should be able to pull everything off. Thank you guys so much for all of the encouragement over the last couple of months. Ceiling teardown situation really got us down there for a while, and you guys have just been cheering us on, rooting us on, and keeping us going throughout the entire project. So I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you guys. And I'm so grateful that you guys talked me out of doing the dark color. I feel like this just pulled everything together, and I cannot wait to move up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
And please hit that subscribe button. It costs naught to you, but means a lot to me.